Good evening, friends. We start tonight on the Korean peninsula, where hopes for a summit and a path towards peace are in serious doubt. On Tuesday, North Korea cut off talks with South Korea, citing military exercises between the South and the United States. The announcement could be a major step backwards after months of positive progress. Both sides have taken several significant steps towards peace since the games. On March 5th, a South Korean delegation announced plans for an inter-Korean summit. The historic meeting took place on April 27th. Moon Jae-in and Kim Jong-un agreed to end the Korean War by the end of 2018. Kim Jong-un has also promised to shut down a thermonuclear testing site and released 3 American prisoners held in his country. The United States, meanwhile, has taken significant steps towards cooling tensions on the Korean peninsula. President Trump sent then CIA Director Mike Pompeo to North Korea to begin negotiations and retrieve the 3 American prisoners. The president also agreed to meet Kim Jong-un in Singapore on June 12th and went so far as to call the North Korean leader as an honorable man. Now all of this could be thrown into serious jeopardy. The United States has not made any indication it will halt the military exercises with the South. For more on this tonight, we turn right to our political panel this evening. Conservative commentator Steve Malzberg, and also with us tonight, M. Reese Everson, attorney and founder of B.A.B.E.S in the workplace. Great to have both of you with us tonight. Steve, I'll start with you. This now turns into a game of what if, and I want to point out tonight that there has been no crafted official response from the White House. It is just the president in a mosh pit with reporters saying, we'll see what happens. What do you make of all of this?
Well, look, I mean, this just shows who we're dealing with on the other side, the unpredictability of what many of us considered to be a madman until he started to move our way. These drills that are going on with the South are drills that apparently he signed off on and knew were happening when he met with Pompeo, so there's no reason for him to suddenly object. In fact, there's another set of drills that took place late in April as they led up to the North Korean summit that you alluded to, and he had no problem with those. Now, the U.S. has acquiesced a bit. They took the B-52 bombers out of these current drills in an attempt, I guess, to quell some of the fears that Kim has. But this just shows what a wild card he is, how unpredictable he is, and now he says he doesn't want to denuclearize unilaterally. Well, that's going to be the key. If he's not willing to do that, then there's not going to be any need for talks.
Reese, what does it signal that the White House has had no official statement on this?
It signals that there seems to be an issue with planning. Typically, when you have this sort of issue with a nuclear person holding missiles and you want them to disarm, you have a plan, and what you give them as a dessert for following protocol is a meeting. But to go in and have a meeting without properly putting forth the procedure of what we're discussing and what we are going to accomplish, that's problematic. So we're lacking a strategy or a clear strategy that we are entering the situation with.
I think we can come to the conclusion that the world wants to see these talks take place. And the world wants to see security, no question about it.
Absolutely, but we're dealing with someone who for 70 years has been having the same vendetta. If you talk to the people in North Korea, which a few journalists have done, everyone there, from the children to the adults, all of them want to destroy America. America is their sworn enemy. They want to take down America. This is not just rhetoric from the head. This is all throughout the country. The veins of the people pump with the blood of hating people in America. And so when you know that that's their position, you can't just expect, oh, we're going to go in and believe that they're going to denuclearize.
But it really doesn't matter what the people think, because they're just tools of the state. It does matter what Kim Jong-un thinks.
Well,
and his
this
thinking,
idea of black heart, thick-faced black heart.
All right, hold on. And Steve, I want to point this out to you. Let's look at it from his perspective for a moment. He releases these prisoners, he goes to South Korea, and these military exercises are taking place. Does he have a point?
Well, if he were surprised, if he were blindsided, I'd say yes. But apparently Pompeo, you know, he signed off on it with Pompeo. He knew they were coming and he didn't object, and it was brought up.
Yeah.
You know, he made a point, Ed, to object to a National Security Advisor John Bolton's appearance on one of the Sunday shows where he said we're going to use Libya as a model for North Korea. Now, we know what happened to Gaddafi. He gave up his nukes, and then he lost power, and then he got killed. But Bolton also went on to say, unless Kim has a better way, let's talk to him and see. So I think that Kim is overreacting. If it's a strategy, it's not going to work because Trump isn't going to sit for this.
Reese, do you think that the president is calculating this is going to be a big political loss for him if this meeting doesn't take place? What about that?
At this point, what we do know is that Kim Jong-un is like any teenager that you tell to go to bed. Have you ever told someone to go to bed and they weren't ready to go to bed? They go into their room, they turn off the lights, they sit in the bed, and they do exactly what they want to do. That's what we have with Kim Jong-un. We tell them, we want you to remove your denuclearize, and they say, okay, it's thick-faced black heart. We'll go and we'll remove a couple buildings. Oh, we have less buildings than we had a few months ago, but they're continuing over the last 70 years to do exactly what they want to do, which is to become a nuclear superpower.
And you know, Steve, it's kind of the personality of the president to step forward and say, well, if he doesn't want to meet, I guess it's going to be fire and fury. Has the president shown some restraint here?
Absolutely. Today, he could have called him any name in the book. He could have made any threat he wanted. When they were shouting at him in the pit, as you alluded to, they were all over him. And he just said, we'll see, we'll see. As far as suffering a big political loss, he said right along, every time he addresses this, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, we'll see. So I think he has an out.
Steve Malzberg, Reese Everson, nice to have both of you with us tonight. Thanks so much.